Yo, two things. One, did I forget that I was watching an animated show? And two, is Peggy Carter and Steve Rogers straight up killing these mobs? Yo, thank you for tuning in, YouTube. It's your boy Live Life 815, and yes, we are back at it again with the MCU Disney Plus series that they got coming out. And today we're gonna be talking about none other than Marvel's What If? Episode 1. But before we get all the way into that, if y'all haven't, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button to help get your boy all the way in the algorithm. Cash App somewhere in the video. Let's get into it. So the first episode comes on with the Watcher as the narrator. I think he's played by Jeffrey Wright, and he's pretty much just explaining to the audience what to expect, how all these different timelines and how different timelines are created. It only takes one choice to create a different timeline. The first episode is definitely a play on Captain America, the First Avenger, but instead of Steve Rogers getting that super soldier serum, Peggy Carter ends up getting the super soldier serum and turns into Captain Carter. So the point of diversion is something just as little as Abraham Erskine asking Peggy Carter if she would feel more comfortable in the booth. Now, if y'all remember from Captain America, the First Avenger, it was like a throwaway line and she went with it. She actually went to go sit in the booth. Not in this timeline. In this timeline, she actually decides to stay, and this changes everything, y'all. So in this timeline, the Hydra agent decides to go ahead and try to sabotage the project before it even gets started. Now, in the midst of all this chaos and mayhem, Steve Rogers gets splattered at it, gets shot up, and he land on the ground. And Erskine and Howard Stark is like, they panicking. They like, if we don't get this project done now, we gonna lose millions of dollars and all this is gonna be for nothing. Peggy jump on that platform, pull out that gat, splatter that. That's the end of that Hydra agent. Then she hops in the pod. And they reluctant at first, but Howard Stark go ahead and he proceeds with the experiment. And it works. Peggy Carter hop out this pod looking like Brock Lesnar. She ready to F5 somebody right now. So we got the sergeant mad that Peggy Carter got the super soldier serum, and he like, oh, well, the experiment might as well have been wasted because we put the super soldier serum in a woman. Yeah, I know, right? Ain't that crazy? Like, bruh, you do know she could probably whoop you right now. And this because of the times. We know this take place in the 40s, so it was a lot different back then. But we know Peggy Carter about that action. The audience watching knows Peggy Carter is about that action. Like, bro be saying stuff like, you even lucky to be in the room right now. This don't concern you. Like, stuff like that, like crazy. But we see Steve Rogers recovering from getting splattered at it. And he basically telling her like, I believe in you. You can do this. You gonna change the world. So it's apparent that he believed in her wholeheartedly. And they still got that little connection that they've always had. Even though the roles reversed, they still Peggy and Steve. Steve and Peggy. But we cut over to Johann Schmidt, AKA the Red Skull. And he has his hands on the Tesseract. He stole it, splattered at it to people that was hiding it, and yet he now has the Tesseract in hand. So Peggy like, yo, we need to go get this Tesseract. I'm a super soldier. Let me go get it. And it's her, Howard Stark, and the sergeant in the room. And here he go again. Peggy, you even lucky to be in the room right now. This doesn't concern you. You're not a soldier. You're not a soldier. You're probably gonna be worried about breaking a nail. You know, something like, dude, right, bro? So it's looking like Peggy not gonna be able to go. She's sitting at the bar having a drink, and that's when your boy old Howard Stark show up, and he like, yo, good thing I'm a genius. Gives her the Captain Carter suit and the shield. And when I tell y'all, this was so easy for Captain Carter. It is crazy. And she more ruthless than Steve Rogers ever was. Like, she's straight up murdering these people. Like, don't get me wrong, Dave, you know, it's Hydra. But she's straight up murdering these people. So she doing her thing, bow, 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 shield. You know what I'm saying? She doing her thing. And then she walks in, sets the Tesseract on the desk, and she like, yeah, I did that, what's good? And what's crazy, y'all, in the midst of all of this, Howard Stark showed that he really is Tony's daddy, you feel me? He made a prototype Iron Man suit for Steve Rogers to assist Captain Carter in. Crazy. When I seen that, I was like father, like son, or however you looking at it in the multiverse. Like son, like, I don't know, like son, like father, father, like son. We seen the son first do it. So Peggy flying through the air, flying through airplanes, taking out the pilot with no parachute, jumping out of the air, and then you see Steve Rogers in the prototype Iron Man suit just fly, and she grab onto his back. I'm like, bro, that's something that I never thought I wanted to see, but I like it. So another change that happened, not just with Peggy and Steve, another change happened with Bucky, if y'all was paying attention, because on top of the train, she saved him from his fall, which would eventually lead to him becoming the Winter Soldier. Now, that's how Bucky's timeline changed in this. That one little choice by Peggy at the beginning of the episode. But unfortunately, Steve Rogers gets caught in an explosion on the plane, and boom, 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 splatter that, splatter that, splatter that, blood and guts everywhere. We see Steve Rogers fall all the way down, and a whole bunch of avalanche snow just, whoo. And yeah, it's not looking too good for Steve Rogers. So y'all, Peggy mad now. They done killed her man. They done killed her man. So she like, we going to take out Hydra. We may not end the war, but Hydra about to pay for this. You feel me? So they basically do that thing. Who's with me? Who's with me? Who's with me? For Steve, for Steve, for Steve, for Steve. Yeah. And they going to handle business. Now we got Bucky with Captain Carter. Howard Stark even going. He keeps saying, I'm a buttons guy. I press buttons. Nah, bro. You gonna drop some bodies today. Now they get to the building. Bucky says, I go low, you go high. We'll shake hands in the middle. You feel me? We gonna clean this up. So as they're doing that, Bucky walks in on Steve actually being alive, y'all, but he's just held captive. Now, the reason why Red Skull kept him alive was to get the Tesseract back. And Red Skull trying to get this Tesseract so he can resurrect this Hydra champion of his. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, what's up with DC and Marvel using all these sea creatures? I just went to go see the Suicide Squad, and it was a giant starfish with an eye on it, and it was just looking at you. You feel me? Now, Bucky even said it in the episode. Who ordered the calamari? Because it was just a giant squid, octopus-like creature that had all these legs and everything. You feel me? Had all these legs. And Red Skull was real excited. He was like, yes, it is Hydra's champion. And then soon, he couldn't even get it out. He got Polka Dot Man, if y'all know what that is. Soon as he started saying something, splatter that, wrapped up in that tentacle, and he got devoured by his own champion, y'all. So that just show you Red Skull ain't really the brightest up here in any universe. So Howard Stark trying to shut the machine off, send Hydra's champion back to wherever it came from, and he's like, it's holding the portal open. All hope looked lost, and this is when Steve Rogers in that Iron Man prototype suit busts through the ceiling, and he started helping Peggy Carter out, but his suit is losing power. Captain Carter, being the noble woman that she is, she's like, look, I'ma push Hydra's champion back to whatever hell it came from. Her exact words, by the way. And as she starts doing so, Steve is, you know, begging her, you owe me a dance. You owe me a dance. Because throughout the whole episode, they was talking about how they was gonna give each other, you know, they owed each other a dance. They almost kissed in the middle of the episode. I forgot to say it, whatever. And Howard interrupted. They had a thing here. So he's like, you owe me a dance. And she's like, Saturday. I was like, Saturday ain't gonna make it for you. I don't know what's gonna happen Saturday. We see her push through the portal and the portal closes. And I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was gonna be the end of the episode. I thought Marvel was gonna do their thing to where they leave you on that type of cliffhanger. But no, they left us on a crazier cliffhanger because another portal opens up, and then I started thinking it. I was like, this gonna happen, ain't it? This is about to happen. Another portal opens up, and we see all the tentacles flying out. Peggy done splattered at it, sliced them up, and they all falling out. And out comes Captain Carter, and she has her shield. She's like, where's Steve? We see Nick Fury and Hawkeye. From the timeline, I'm assuming, from the timeline that we grew up watching in the MCU, the sacred timeline, and instead of, I believe, Loki walking out that portal, Captain Carter walked out that portal. And Nick Fury like, yo, the war has been over for a long time. So this just proves her sacrifice actually ended the war. What's gonna happen now, y'all, since she's ended up in that timeline with Nick Fury and Hawkeye while they were playing with the Tesseract? What if it's crazy, y'all? It has changed a lot just in one episode. And now I gotta wait a whole nother week, just like y'all, to see episode 2. What else is gonna change, y'all? We already know we got Killmonger saving Tony Stark. That's coming, that was in the trailer. You feel me? Spider-Man gonna be in this joint. It's gonna be an evil Doctor Strange somewhere in this. It's gonna get crazy. The Avengers team gonna get mixed around, blah, 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 splattered at it. It's crazy. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. But if y'all seen What If episode 1, comment below. Let me know what y'all thought about it. Did it live up to y'all expectations? After a while, I'm not even gonna lie, I forgot I was watching an animated show because it was just so intriguing. I looked at it as like another installment. But if y'all haven't, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button to help get me all the way in the algorithm. Comment below, y'all. Let's get some discussions going. That really helped the channel out, and I try to interact with everybody that comment on my videos. Cash App somewhere in the video. Thank you for tuning in. It's your boy Live Life 815. I'm out.